Welcome to this short introductory video about our open interfaith health science Zoom Sanctuary Inspirational Gathering. The next is on the 6th of July, 7 p.m. Winnipeg time, all at once. We think of this as a confluence of holy souls. The incomparable Creator hath created all men from the one same substance, to extol their reality above the rest of his creatures. Success or failure, gain or loss, must therefore depend upon man's own exertions. The more he striveth, the greater will be his progress. Just for tonight, I will set aside my fears, frustrations, and aspirations. I will take a few minutes to review the abundance that exists in my life today, and place my future in the care of a loving God, trusting my needs will be met at a time and in a way which is best for me. In every country around the world, growing numbers of people are attending regular gatherings for collective prayer and experiencing its transformative power. Known as devotional gatherings, these spaces are open to all people in a community and free of ritual. No one person has a special role. The gatherings are also offering people in the community space to discuss their spiritual and material needs. It is an interfaith gathering, and therefore we mark the holy days of the various faiths which will occur in the week following the gathering. In order to do this for Aboriginal friends, we have started a bit of a study of Aboriginal teachings and practices. This particular teaching for the Lakota, the making of relatives, comes from White Calf Buffalo Woman. Punkapi was first used to make peace between the Lakota and Ray people. Making the Ray relatives ensure peace between the tribes. This relationship mirrored the relationship of the Lakota people with Wakanda Kanka. The first ceremony with the Ray took place over several days. Near the end came the painting of faces. The women's faces were painted red, and the men's were painted red with a blue circle around the face, and blue lines on the forehead, and cheekbones, and chin. This week we remember the 751 children. There are many more since then, and we remember them all. Verily, with exceeding joy, with hearts and souls, do these oppressed of thine offer themselves up to all mankind in every land. Thou seest them, O my Lord, weeping over the tears thy people shed, mourning the grief of thy children, condoling with humankind, suffering because of the calamities that beset all the citizens of the earth. Do thou accept all that we have done for love of thee, and for the sake of thy pleasure, and all that we have left undone, as a result of our subjection to our evil and corrupt desires. Enable us then to cleave steadfastly to thy love and thy good pleasure, and preserve us from the mischief of such as denied thee and repudiated thy most resplendent signs. Thou art in truth the Lord of this world and of the next. No God is there besides thee, exalted Most High. Part of the program is a study of murdered and missing Aboriginal women, using the final report. The dialogue about murdered and missing Aboriginal women is important if we are to build a community we all feel we belong in. It is a hard discussion and a difficult one, even traumatic to hear. Our Aboriginal sisters have had to go through this drama. We can learn how they deal with being traumatized and can draw on their strength. From Pamela Filler in the final report. We are honored that we could be part of the National Family Advisory Circle. We hope our words and reflection are taken in the spirit with which we intended, a sincere desire for change, rooted in an honest reflection on the achievements and failings of this process, and on the difficult task of finding truths and answers that end the loss of our sisters, mothers, and daughters' lives. The loss of our loved ones have profoundly affected those of us who were there when our loved ones went missing, and who are still here now looking for answers. We demand more from this nation of Canada. We're seeing this new culture of friends coming together and turning to God to actually seek guidance for whatever is happening in their communities. Any soul can come to this space and inhale these heavenly fragrances. Do Black Lives Matter? Most certainly, for they are the pupil of the eye of humanity. Testimonies, confirmations. How is God showing up in your life? Trust ye in the bounty and grace of God, and rest assured in the bestowals of His eternal outpouring. I hope that each one of you may become a shining light, even as these electric lights are now brilliant in their intensity. Nay, may each one of you become a luminary like unto a sparkling star in the heaven of the divine will. This is my supplication at the throne of God. This is my hope through the favors of the whole law. I offer this prayer in behalf of all of you and beg with a contrite heart that you may be assisted and glorified with an eternal story. O thou most glorious Lord, make this little maidservant of thine blessed and happy. Cause her to be cherished at the threshold of thy oneness. Let her drink deep from the cup of thy love, so that she may be filled with rapture and ecstasy and diffuse sweet-scented fragrance. Thou art the mighty and the powerful. Thou art the all-knowing, the all-seeing. I hope you have a good week. I hope you're able to join us. I hope you take care of yourself.